We've got the Artisan Cutlery Sirius to talk about today. This is, here's the part number in case you want that right off the bat. Set that to the side. This is the little brother-ish to the Centauri, also by Artisan Cutlery. This particular one is a Knife Center exclusive that I already did a video on. And this is the Sirius. Not exactly a shrunk down version, but a little slimmer profile. Includes a thumb stud, similar liner lock, G10 scales. So there are some similarities, both Ray Laconico designs. So when I actually pulled this out of the box, I was like, wait a second, haven't I seen this before? Because it was very familiar just taking out of the plastic to this guy. So let's dive into this one here. I think it's one of its biggest things is that it's a new blade steel. So this is the blade steel is AR-RPM 9. It was designed or invented or created, however you want to put it, back in 2020 by Artisan Cutlery. It is a Artisan Cutlery proprietary blade steel that they, kind of debuted in 2020. And just in 2022, they changed this one model over to that exclusively, as well as a couple of their CJRB models. I think there was 9 models in total that got changed over. And the steel it's a powder metallurgy steel that they created themselves, blah, 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 that is very similar to D2, but has a higher corrosion resistance. So they set out trying to make a new steel, a more premium steel that was also affordable. And I don't know if it's more premium of a steel. I mean, they claim it is, but what do I know? But it is affordable because this is a $69 knife that works great. Ceramic bearings, thumb stud, which I prefer, but a very snappy front flip if that's what you prefer. Completely neutral handle, like it's just flat. I wished it was had a little bit more flow to it, like this Centauri. This is more my size and weight and girth, but this one works really well, and it's super comfortable in the pocket because it just disappears. It's a great, it's up there with the good budget knife realm in that sub $100 range. 4 5/8 closed, 8 inches overall, 3.5 inch blade, 0.019 behind the edge. The blade thickness is very small, 0.105. So this is really going to be a good slicer. The blade steel, as I mentioned, is AR-RPM 9. I don't know. Maybe some of you steel snob guys out there can chime in the comments because I don't know. I'm the guy who, if it wasn't written on the blade or on the box, I wouldn't know or care what the steel is. Overall thickness is just 0.40. Ceramic bearings, as I mentioned. G10 scales with a little copper pivot collars, which I think is nice. And weighs in at just 3.1 ounces. So it's a great size and weight. I don't know. I think they nailed it. I prefer, though, for me, the Centauri because it is just a slightly bit bigger. I wish there was a thumb stud on this one. If there was a thumb stud on this, ooh, that would be sweet. Because I like this blade shape. It's more of like a leaf shape, whatever. This feels better in my hand. And I like the blue and the orange and just the coloring of this, I think is fantastic. This, a little more plain, a little more basic, not flashy, but totally cool. Doesn't need to be flashy. It just needs to work, fit in your pocket, be in your price range, and be decently quality built, which this is. Here's next to the Spyderco Delica. Since we're in that budget-friendly range, the Kubi KB237. And since we're talking about Artisan and CJRB, how about this little Mylea? The Swags Mylea. This one's going with me to Hawaii because it's really good to stick inside that little pocket inside your swimsuit. So that's what I carried it last time I was in Hawaii. And it's going back with me again this year. Although this video will be airing once I'm back. So that's the knife I did take. That's one of the knives I took with me to Hawaii. Hey, Professor EDC, thanks for loaning this in. Kristen over at Knife Center, thanks for working with Professor EDC and myself on this great variety of knives that you sent us. Well, sent me that I can send to him. Now, you guys know the deal. I've already talked about that in other videos. Go check out Professor EDC. I'll put some links down below. And yeah, you know the drill. Go do your thing.